Tonight on Grilling with the Guru,
What we doing?
ribs,
Oh, lots of ribs.
lots of ribs, different kind of ribs.
Poulet?
Some poulet on, we're gonna do a version of beer can chicken. We're gonna show you a different way to do that on a different thing to do it on.
Stuffed bell peppers?
That's not bell peppers.
I mean, excuse me.
Anaheim peppers.
But they're peppers.
They're peppers.
And we're going to stuff them.
with some good stuff.
All right.
So-
and a little pear.
Some pear.
A little dessert.
So you don't wanna miss that. Grilling with the Guru starts
Right now! Appaloosa so stand used to come this way. I can wig it off. I can hear the jukebox play. But that's not a squeeze box.
No, it just looks like it.
But yeah. Okay, guys.
Hey, welcome back to Grilling with the Guru.
Is that where we at? I don't know. We got some studio guests though.
That's right. We got a couple
Courtesies
guys hanging around.
represent. We got
There
the
they go.
Hilo.
That's right.
Tom's gonna have surgery. Y'all say a little prayer. He's gonna have his little meniscus surgically repaired. And then Justin and his girlfriend, maybe my future daughter-in-law.
Look out, we're not putting anything out there.
No pressure right there. Harley from Church Point, Louisiana.
Okay, so hey, let's
Okay.
talk about some food.
Yeah. Okay, so we talked about ribs. We're cooking ribs, right? Okay, so they got a lot of ribs out there. You got
There's a bunch of ribs.
well,
out there.
common people know baby backs.
Yeah.
Baby backs are
And
easily
spare.
found, and spare ribs.
Right.
Now, baby backs, I liked, and this took me about probably 20 minutes going through the meat counter.
Uh-huh.
Because guys, when you're looking for baby backs, where the loin's at attached to here, you'll find some of them are real uniform and not very meaty. That's personally the kind I like. You'll find some where, there's like a massive piece of loin that they left on the thing, on the rib cage. I personally just don't like that. How you like it?
If I do get them like that, I will separate the two because the thicker
cut 'em
part's
off.
going to have a longer cook time.
Yeah, and I just think a rib should just be the pieces
A
of
rib.
meat that are attached to the rib.
Hey, speaking of ribs,
Ribs?
we want to thank Gilbert's Greatest. There's no segue in
I
there
was going to say,
whatsoever.
what has that got to do
we
with
want to thank
anything?
Gilbert's Greatest Foods, maker of Louisiana Love,
And?
Cajun Grill.
Cajun
Makers
Grill.
of the new Cajun Pro, and something very exciting coming to you soon. If you was at the Louisiana Open, you caught a sneak peek. It's awesome.
Or if you're at the trade show in Dallas.
That's right. We're going to
Okay.
talk about that in a little bit.
Okay.
But hey, we want to thank those guys for sponsoring this episode and every episode of Grilling with the Guru. And we also want to thank Hilton's Restaurant Supply for giving us
Beautiful
these
knives.
beautiful knives, nice
What?
cutlery.
And
Look out.
very
Oh,
sharp.
Very sharp.
So
So
good for cutting ribs.
back to what we were talking about.
Yeah.
You go right ahead, Mr.
No,
Gibbons.
no, and you got the spare ribs.
Right.
You know, pork spare ribs, and you can buy them with the flank. That's what I call it. You call it as a technical word for it.
Say it again?
That flank, that with the cartilage and everything attached. The spare ribs.
That, yeah, I don't know what that
Okay,
is.
well, let's go
You-
with flank.
you
okay?
got me.
Yeah, it's just a big piece of extra meat, the belly with the cartilage. Well, then you can get what they call a St. Louis cut, right? The St. Louis cut is they take a pork spare rib and they find that knuckle of the bone and they just cut down that knuckle. You cut all that like
The chine bone.
the chine. That's what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
talking
what you're talking about. So yeah, so you cut all that off and then voila, you got Kansas City cut ribs. You can buy them in the store. They still gonna have cartilage on there. So if you want to have just the bones of a pork spare rib, do it yourself. Buy the whole rib cage, then just find the knuckle, rub your finger on this side. You just rub it down. You'll feel that knuckle. And just take a sharp knife and just follow that with that joint where the knuckle meets the cartilage, and just cut it out.
You'll go right through.
I want show them another trick. Can we show them another trick?
Show them all the tricks you want.
Yeah, a lot of people like, do you rip the membrane out? Do you leave the membrane? I tell you, you do what you want. I like taking the membrane out. So
what's the membrane? He's talking about this opaque white sheet that's covering this right here.
that's exactly what I'm talking
So,
about.
and it's inedible. Now, some people don't take it off, and that's fine. You can do whatever you want.
it gets kind of crunchy though.
It gets a little crunchy, yeah, and
And
it's
the seasoning doesn't penetrate through there.
that's correct.
So
that's the other
let's
thing.
expose the meat because we want to put the love,
Absolutely.
Louisiana love, on the meat.
So, look what he's doing, guys. He's using a paper towel.
Paper towel.
That way it doesn't slip. Comes off all in one shot.
See, then you can take this and you can like put it on your face if you want to do Silence of the Lambs or something, but not me. We're not gonna do that. So then we're gonna do this. We're gonna take a fork of some sort.
All right.
Actually, a dinner fork works best because you got normally 3 or 4 prongs. But between each bone, you want to tenderize it. There's a lot of striations in the meat, in the muscle right there.
Oh, striations. Look
You
at
heard
that, boy. That's a $5
I pulled that
word.
one out, but you know where.
That's
okay,
right.
So look, guys, you just want to penetrate and break up that membrane and the muscle tissue so that when we put the mustard, and the dry rub on it, it's going to enter
It got somewhere to go.
the meat. That's right. So like, just real quick, I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. But look, all this right here, guys, you want it to be pretty. Take all this crap off of there. Look, you want.
Put that in your sausage bucket.
Yeah, you can. You can do that. But I like to trim it, just kind of make it look pretty.
That's right.
And at the very end, if the last rib looks like that, look, just
take that off.
Just take that off, comme ça.
So what Keith didn't mention was what he's showing you how to make is a competition rib. So a competition rib is different than what you do at your house in that normally, at least for me, whenever I cook ribs at the house, I cook them until they absolutely fall apart.
That's right.
And that's the way I like them. Competition ribs are different. First
you
of all, they have
no trophies with that, but yeah.
Well, I'm gonna win a trophy for taste.
Well,
but
that's what I'm saying. But in a competition, there's a pas bon.
The competition rib or brisket or anything of that
That's
nature,
right.
it has to be tender but not falling apart. It has to be like spongy,
That's right.
rubber, and it has to be pretty. It has to be dressed. Okay?
Right.
So we almost up on our first break, but while Keith was explaining that to y'all, I was putting some stuff in this bowl. So I'm making an injector for our chicken. So we're going to do a version of a beer can chicken, and our cooker is brought to us by BornCajun.com. Okay, so go to Born Cajun, B-O-R-N.
You fussed at me for not disclosing information prior to the taping. You didn't tell me nothing about that. Well, I'm glad
you
you
want
brought
to
that.
need to know basis.
You see that? You talking like me. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
So at any rate, hey, if you're making your injector marinade, there's no hard and fast rules. You need some salty or seasoned, some sweet, some sour or tangy. All right, so we have vinegar. I use 2 types of vinegar. Of course, my favorite is Steen's cane vinegar.
Why not?
And white vinegar, which is a stronger flavor. Then some K-Roll for sweetness. And then, of course, hey, a little extra love. So we're going to shoot this chicken up, and I'm going to tell you about what we're going to do in this whenever we get there. But right now, we got to take a break.
Let's take a break.
We went a little long, but
I
it's
gotta
all
wash
right.
my
It's
hand.
good. Wash your hand. When y'all come back, it's more rib talk, more chicken talk.
And we're going to talk a little about different rubs.
That's right. We got to
Different
get
rubs
into
you
that.
can put on the pork.
Don't go nowhere. Come
Don't
back, see
go
us,
nowhere.
guys.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Let me tell y'all something. Sometimes the educators got to be learned by the students. And we have a Mr. Tom Hilo in the house, and we're sitting there trying to find a
We were
a
struggling
wine
to find
opener. We ain't got no wine opener.
a Butler's corkscrew.
He said they got that thing on TV, that infomercial. You put that in there. He said try that injector. So let me show you what we did. Push that all the way. Oh wait, no.
No, you gotta
gotta
pull the
suck it
plunge
out
up first.
Yeah. Then
Like
you
that.
shove that and you pressurize it.
Boom.
Comme ça. That's crazy, Tom. This show
Tom
is
Hilo.
dedicated to Tom Hilo and his recovery for his knee.
That's awesome. All right, so there you go. So, if ever you
we can end the show now. I'm telling you.
Good
We don't
night,
need to do
everybody.
ribs.
Good night. Thank y'all for joining us on this episode of Growing Good. So the reason why we were struggling to open the wine is because we're doing a version of beer can chicken. So normal beer can chicken is what? Beer can.
I just say drunk chicken.
Or drunk
He's a
chicken.
little
or-
alcoholic. You
Yeah,
know?
so
got a little drinking
you
problem.
normally take a can of beer, open it, you stick a chicken over it, you spread out his feet, ask him to play nice, and he sits there and he cooks on the.
You
on
can
the
put his wings
barbecue.
like comme ça, like that too.
Yeah,
Watch.
yeah.
We're gonna play with him.
So these guys started making this thing. This is a chicken cooker.
That's a partner of yours, huh? You
That's right.
distribute.
No, distributor. It's BornCajun.com. So instead of beer, which is fine, got nothing against beer.
No.
We're gonna do something a little different. So inside we put some fresh thyme, some fresh oregano.
What time is it?
Some fresh parsley. It's chicken thyme. So we're gonna put a little bit of vin, comme ça. This is what we put in, and then we're gonna season. We've already injected our chicken. I
Right.
showed y'all to make the marinade last segment. So now we're gonna season the outside, put him on in. We gotta get him on there, 'cause he's gonna take a little while
No,
to cook.
you do that, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about different rubs. Now,
Keep going, baby.
Now, you know I love your rub.
Yeah.
Your seasoning. See, yours is more of a seasoning than I think of when I think of a rub, because rub, they put a bunch of other crazy stuff. Well, at Percy Guidry's Hearth and Patio, we sell a lot of competition rub. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. These guys have won the big show, big trophies, and they put out their own brand of seasoning. You got Bad Byron's butt rub, you got John Henry's rub, and we got Blue Hog rub, and we got, what's that other one I got? Oh, Three Little Pigs. They all like got pigs on them. So look, I took a concoction. I used yours as a base though, because I love the love.
Right.
And look, guys, this is what I came up with. Now we tasted it, it's delicious. A lot of stuff in here. Now, we're talking about a baby back rib, guys, or any kind of rib. You don't have a lot of meat. You don't need a lot of seasoning. You're not seasoning a brisket. You're not seasoning the Boston butt. This is ribs. There's a little bit of meat between each bone. So you just want to lightly dust it. Now you see that yellow stuff, y'all saw me putting the mustard. Did we talk about that? We talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about that.
We're not going to be redundant. So you flip it over, do the same thing on the side, just a light dusting, and then straight onto the grill, guys. Now we're going to be cooking this indirect on the Cajun. The oven temperature is going to be about 325. True smokers like to get it down to 225, which is what we did off camera on the Cajun smoker, guys. But we're just going to put this indirect on the Cajun grill opposite the fire. So
all right.
If Matt comes around here,
you want to make us some room?
You're gonna, look, that's all I need. We got some smoked sausage. We got the chicken. And we're just going to put the ribs bone side down. Fire's over here, low setting. Everything's shut down. We're going to be cooking about 325. You can take the little wing comes kind of. He's like laying back in his chair. He's relaxing. Like this, you know. Look,
there you
man,
go. That's
he's
right.
Like that.
Life's good for the chicken.
That's what he's doing. So
if you got to go.
You got to go.
You got to go.
All right.
So look. Just like that.
So what we got to do now? We're going to throw it to break. Because, man, we've been running head bad. I mean, we've been talking a lot.
Take a second and tell them what we're going to do with our peppers.
Okay. These bell peppers. I did that on purpose.
I know you did.
Just to piss you off.
You did.
Okay, look, we're going to do this. We're going to cut the ends off. We're going to cut them lengthwise so we can de-seed them. These are Anaheim, right?
Anaheim.
All right, I want to say it right. We're going to do that, and we're going to de-seed them like that.
Right.
And we're going to take some hot Italian sausage.
There we go.
We're going to take it out the casing.
Are we going to cook it first?
No. We're going to fill it in there raw.
Uh-huh.
Then we're going to put a little cheese. And then we're going to, including cream cheese,
right?
We're going to wrap it in bacon, and that's it, baby. Put it on the grill.
There you go, guys.
Then we're going to just, you know, we couldn't find good jalapeno peppers, guys. They're like all shriveled up like a prune. So we're just going to take these after we cook it. We're just going to cut it up into like little bite size. It's going to be delicious, trust me.
I agree.
All right?
All right. Hey.
Can we throw it to break now?
Go ahead, baby.
Y'all don't go nowhere, because we coming back with a lot of buku ribs, and y'all going to be impressed, I think. Hey, we got beef, too.
Oh, that's right, we got beef.
Yeah.
Don't miss the beef. Welcome back to Grilling with the Guru, guys. I'm Kurt. That's Keith.
I'm Keith.
That's an Anaheim pepper.
That's an Anaheim pepper, and they smell delicious.
Fantastic. Yeah, and they really are good pepper. If you haven't tried these before, try them. They're not super hot. They have a really good flavor. Keith's seeding them right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna take all the seeds out, guys. And this little white membrane, kind of little bit of membrane, you kind of want to.
That's where the heat's at. Any heat in a pepper, that's where it is. That's the casing.
That's the casing.
Right. So hey, I'm gonna show you how to make a barbecue sauce.
Do that.
And we already know that we have Louisiana Love Potion number 7, but barbecue sauces are regional. You have red sauces, white sauces. This is a vinegar-based sauce, or what's known as a Carolina sauce. Some people call it. There's some areas of Memphis that use it too. So it's nothing more than a vinaigrette without the oil. And the reason why it is because pork is so rich, you need something acidic to cut it.
Yeah.
So why not flavor it? So but we ain't gonna leave well enough alone.
You're gonna mess with it,
Of course I will.
Dr.
Of course I
Guillory.
will.
Go
So
ahead.
we're gonna start with a little extra love.
Yeah, you do.
So however much you put is however much you put. That's about about a third of a cup. Okay, so you have to have some sweet, just like our injector. You have to have some sweet,
some acid,
or some tang, and you have to have some salty.
You don't have to have any heat, but we like it a little hot.
Over here you do. On Grilling with the Guru you do. So white vinegar is stronger than the flavored vinegar, so we really want that punch. So we're gonna add about 1 cup. So we're gonna do 1 cup, 1 cup, 1 cup.
1 cup, 1 cup. That's easy math, man.
Yep, but that's a little less than a cup because I'm gonna finish it off with this one because I want the flavor. Y'all know how much I love that cane vinegar.
All right. So in this bowl right here, we started with some hot Italian sausage.
Hot Italian.
And we took it out the casing. We sliced the casing open and peeled the membrane off. And we added some sharp cheddar.
Yes, sir.
And some Swiss, because I like Swiss.
Yeah.
So look, and we're just gonna mix it up. Can I have some of your love, bruh?
You can have all you want.
You can have all of my love.
All right.
A whole lot of love.
Robert Plant in the building.
Hey, bruh.
All right, so a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Go easy with this because it does tend to dominate anything it's in. This is a low sodium version.
Low sodium.
Yeah,
Like
we were
bacon.
just talking about that.
Low sodium bacon, my foot.
A little bit of real prepared mustard, and for our sweet element, we're going with Carmichael's honey.
Can't beat that.
No, you
that's
can't.
local.
That's local. You can't beat that. All right. So the way you get this right is you stir and taste, stir and taste, stir and taste. That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
So once it's all, and I know this doesn't look like a barbecue sauce. I guess you could call it a dressing
Or a basting
or
sauce.
a basting sauce.
I like calling it a basting
But
sauce.
it finishes really well. So whenever the meat's hot and you take it off the grill, if you hit it with this, a lot of times around the Carolinas and Memphis and that, they'll put it in a shaker bottle and they
Right.
because it agitates it at the same time. But you see, that's a beautiful color.
Yeah, it's not a thick tomato sauce. It's a basting sauce.
I'm not mad at it.
You-
I'm
it's
not mad
good?
at that.
Yeah? You like
yeah,
that?
Yeah. That's going to go real well against the rich fat of the pork and the chicken and that bacon.
That low sodium bacon.
That low so look at
So
you.
look,
Bo.
you saw this black stuff on the edge right there? You know
Uh-huh.
that's cracked black pepper bacon.
uh-huh.
Are you serious with me? I'm
That's
telling you.
poivre noir
Yeah. And see, when I got toothpick this, guys, we're just gonna keep wrapping it around.
and
Wrapping it
around,
Yeah.
like that.
You know, there's a rat song. Round and round. I just got the music. I got the music in me tonight.
Yeah, headband
I got
special.
The music in me. Everything's a metaphor. What? Cool.
All right,
All right, here we go, man.
beautiful. So all of those, we're gonna put them on. So we're gonna cook these over direct heat or indirect heat.
We're gonna cook this over the direct heat, but and they say, well, how do you know it's done? When the bacon's edible. Now you want a low fire, all right? You can cook the bacon stuff on the inside still raw, but we're gonna check it with a temperature because we want it to be about 155, 160 because it's pork, right? So I'm gonna put this on, and
All
you
right.
keep talking about your stuff.
There we go. That's beautiful. Look at
I'll
that.
put this back on here so
Yep.
we can put
So
that
we need
over
some room.
direct fire.
So when would you use this barbecue sauce? You could use it at any point of the cooking process.
Yeah.
You could spoon it on, brush, whatever you want, but it's going to be best as a finish when there's
You know what I did
only
on the
about 2 or 3
ribs
minutes.
on the smoker?
What you did.
You see, I'm sure you were wondering what
There you go. There you
What?
go.
Let me prime the pump right there. You know what that is?
Apple cider vinegar.
No, WD-40. Yep, that's WD-40.
Yesterday
that
was
ain't
a-
silicone.
Yesterday was a very good year.
No, it's apple juice, y'all.
Apple juice.
Yeah, so that's a good way of keeping your ribs moist.
Right.
Adding a little bit of sugar, you just want to be careful.
And
if
some
you're cooking
flavor.
at a hot flavor, if you're cooking at a hot temperature, you'll scorch the
You'll burn
sugar.
them. You'll burn them.
So yeah, let's close that
All right.
so the poulet can cook.
All right.
So let's start the break.
Another break. So
Another break.
All right, guys. We're going to
Hey,
finish
our
stuffing
guests in the
peppers.
studio audience, they need to make a beer run.
That's right. Yeah, the
They're running
courtesy
out.
group. We know what that's about. So we're going to finish stuffing peppers. We're gonna perfect our sauce. We're going to check on our ribs.
The ribs, yeah, the ribs are done.
They on Cadillac.
We on TV, guys. We pre-cooked a lot of
That's
this
right.
stuff.
But when y'all come back, one more segment, and
Yeah.
then Alain Manger.
Allons manger.
All right, guys.
Hot
Hey,
dog.
come back and see us. You don't want to miss it.
Y'all be back. speechless. Yo. I don't know.
Hey, bro.
I guess we should say welcome back to the show. I'm almost in tears right here. Guys, look, we got
Ribs.
baby back, pork spare, beef
Beef.
ribs. Look how beautiful. Look, guys, can you see that? It's like a ribeye. Somebody stuck a bone through it. It's delicious.
It is delicious.
We got grilled pears, which was, we even talk about that on the early part of the show because we can.
Yeah, well, you had the pears, yeah, you talked about it, so we grilled them, and the secret to that is very hot fire. Split them.
Caramelizing,
Yeah,
yeah.
we caramelized them, took the seeds out of them.
Put a little cream cheese.
Little cream cheese and melted it in there. These are beautiful Anaheim peppers.
That is like the star. I mean, that was
that
huge,
stuff is
man.
just crazy.
And then we kind of been playing off there, dipping that in a little steam syrup. So
Yep,
you got the sweet,
yep.
the heat,
Oh, yeah,
the
it's
salt,
fantastic.
everything. And then look, Gala, what is that on my garlic bread?
The bacon, we had some extra
Leftover
bacon. There's no
We
such
don't
thing
throw
as extra
nothing
bacon.
away.
There's not extra bacon.
That's
There's just
that low
bacon
s-
you use elsewhere.
Yeah, low sodium. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So show them how to do the
Lord.
Memphis style.
Okay, stick it
Ribs.
Kansas City style.
Kansas City style.
Kansas City style. Stick it red.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
now we're not putting any sauce on the beef. That's just like,
Sacrilege.
oh, it is. Okay, so look, guys, you just grab you a rib after it's been cut. You roll it in the honey. You roll it in your favorite red sauce.
Or
Kinda-
Louisiana love.
On Louisiana Love Potion number 7. Okay, you ready? Here we go.
That's delicious. That's delicious.
Mm,
All right, so look, come see Matt. So this
I'm
is our
dripping
our beer can chicken. So if you remember right, this is our chicken cooker from borncajun.com. In the tube, we put white wine, fresh herbs, oregano and thyme, some fresh parsley, and of course some seasoning. So look, you just go in like this, and watch. Look at that.
It just fell off.
Look at that. Look. Cool.
Look at the steam coming out. Look at the juice.
That's crazy. Look at
And
that.
we need the makeup. We need a mop over here.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That is so.
Wow.
Look, and guys, look, this is what cooking all about, right? This is what cooking on the Cajun grill is all about.
And a lot of this was like on the fly.
Yeah, we just thought
if
about it,
If
so
it
we did it.
sounds good.
It probably
A lot
is.
of the people in our studio audience was like, that's how y'all do it on the show?
Yeah.
Oh, no, a lot of
This
times
is-
it's like, if it sounds good,
Yep.
it probably is good.
So we got the Helos that joined us tonight, and we got the
Yeah.
guys from the courtesy group in the audience right there. And you're going for the pair, and I'm gonna eat a piece of chicken while we tell you, thank you very much for joining us on this episode of Grilling with the Guru. We want to thank Gilry's Greatest, the makers of Louisiana Love Seasoning Blends and Love Potion number 7,
The pear.
and Cajun Grill
Cajun Grill.
for making for the Cajun Pro.
That's right.
Join us next week. I promise you, we're gonna have something.
I don't know how we're going to
delicious.
top this,
We ain't got to worry about topping it. We
but
just
we're
got to get
swinging
right
for
to
the
it.
fences, all right?
Thanks for joining us, guys. We will see you next time.
Y'all be cool.